go. We're just gonna do the thing. So it's August 2nd. We just saw the Hall of Famers. Let's go to the beginning of DOS preseason as we pour the Palmer. The celebratory pour the Palmer. Pouring of the Palmer. It's an official tradition. And yeah, let's see what we got here. Again, we still have some big decisions with this team. Rookies that can make it. All the fun stuff. We got our new players that are adjusting. Good news, good news. Again, the Hockey Hall of Famers. Theo Fleury, Matthew Schneider, Roberto Luongo, and Sergei Gonchar. The Sedins did not make it their first year on the ballot. Very disrespectful. Very disrespectful indeed. We'll see what happens in the meantime. I am very excited for this team. Very excited for what this team might be capable of this year. Of course, Detroit, by the way, for those that missed it, won the Stanley Cup in the 2022-23 season. Dylan Larkin and numerous others involved in winning that championship, and I don't know how they did it still. I really don't. August 14th, what is this game? Well, Kirk, there's a couple of different ways I can respond to this, right? I could explain what the game is. I could tell you to read the stream title. I could stop being a douche. This is Franchise Hockey Manager 7. If you're familiar with Football Manager, Out of the Park Baseball, Motorsport Manager, it's that for hockey. And it's fantastic. Because we can control the Seattle Kraken already. And who doesn't love that? Shout out to that song that was playing on Spotify. I mean, it totally wasn't, because I would never listen to copywritten music on stream anymore. Ever. Twitch says no. Well, Twitch doesn't say no, but these poor broke companies. Oh no. I listened to a song on Spotify, so I might not be handing 5 cents directly to an artist. Aren't I a scumbag? Just got here. How'd we do last season? We made the playoffs, despite trading half of our team. And despite missing our number one center, William Karlsson, due to injury, we pushed it to 7 games in the first round before losing against Vegas. So we did much better than ever would have really have been expected. As Sergei Bobrovsky has been traded from Edmonton to Vancouver for Matt McGroarty. So congratulations to the Canucks for now having Sergei Bobrovsky on their team. Montreal and St. Louis have swapped Michael Pezzetta and Ryan Dzingel. Our scouting update, Dylan Duke is still showing up as the highest rated player in the upcoming draft. Jerome, I didn't see your name, Jerome Nadeau. We need to find out a little bit of information about you and about Philip Jurasek. So let's see if we can find out said information. And the Devils trade Fabian Zetterlund to the Avalanche for defenseman Sergei Boykov. We are less than a month away from the beginning of the pre-season. The beginning of the pre-season. Goodness. Hey, so what do we got? Developmental reports. Letty, Ovechkin, Atkinson, and Francouz all regressed. That sucks. Tristan Lennox, Sam Maremba, Wilmer. Bunch of players signing their ELCs. Michkov with the Devils. Cool. What's up, Richard Head? It is good to see you. You horrible excuse for a human being. Scott Tesco, I'm guessing. Thank you for the follow, by the way. Alright, preseason starts on the 22nd. Vegas and New Jersey completed a deal as well. Vitaly Abramov for Denis Gurianov. JMB, I appreciate you for that follow as well. I miss the days when we hated each other. I do too. God, those were great days. And now you've turned into the ultimate football coach. Who would have thought? Who would have thought? Or, and I never hated each other, but it was close. I mean, you know, now it's TB12 kisses all around. I mean, you know, there's no better way to express your love for a person than a strong TB12 kiss. There's no better way. Oh, goodness. So again, the 22nd is where I'll get you guys a look at this roster. And that's where we're going to have to make some of the tough decisions. Maybe we want to get some of these rookies onto the team. But after some big free agent signings, including one Patrick Laine, that happened. It's true, Laine is going to leave Winnipeg. And he's going to sign in Seattle. It's going to happen. We're going to have to decide between veterans on the team already. And, yeah, the young players that could replace them. So, you know. In the meantime, I'm trying to see why NFL commentator Booger McFarland is the #1 trend on, or is at least trending on Twitter right now. And I just, he's just, you know, he's just doing a thing.
For you.
J-Rod Bad. Gerard Bad, perhaps. Thank you for that follow, by the way. I apologize for those of you who are just like, hey, this isn't that interesting. It's just simulating. But hey, give it time. All right, here we go. Noah Alvarez for Nino Niederreiter. Okay. Marcus Bronman for Mason Appleton. Jacob Slavin for Nick Suzuki. Nick Suzuki has been traded to Carolina for Jacob Slavin. Nashville sends Matthew Olivier and Konstantin Volkov to San Jose for Liam Bergman and Andre Abulisek. And then we get hello training camp report. Yes. So, Andre Malyavin, who we selected in this draft, a 19-year-old overager, good improvement. If you see a 4, you know, +4 to some attributes, very happy with that. Again, we took Malyavin in this most recent draft, and his defensive positioning, his ability to put a shot on from distance, not bad. Took him in the 6th round, and we're already seeing good improvement from him. Ethan Brown with a +4. Ian Scherzer, who we took in this most recent draft, very good improvement on a +6. Simon Forsmark on a +5. Ty Jackson a +4. Costa Menikis on a +4. Very happy with this. Dominic Peter, who we took in the last draft. Holy shit, he got some +2s in there. Stamina and passing. Incredible improvement for Dominic Peter, who is NHL ready. He's going to be one of those guys where we have to make a big decision. Luke McNamara, very good improvement for him. Also taken in this draft from the Saginaw Spirit. +5 for Robin Van Kalster. Very good improvement as well for Colson Petra. I'm very happy with this team. Our prospects are looking damn good. It is the beginning of the preseason, and we have some big decisions to make. I want to start off with the goaltenders, where I think we're pretty much set. We have Marcus Högberg, who is 2.5 star. Isaiah Saville, 23-year-old, where, yeah, he said too many black players are throwing away solid careers for games and stupid shit. Mentions Haskins. We could have just said players. I see now why Booger was trending. Isaiah Saville was in the ECHL last year. How'd you like that transition? Could be given a shot. You got Pavel Francouz, who has fallen off. Unfortunately, he's down to a 1.5 stars. Under contract for the rest of the year at $1.6 million. He was very good for us in the playoffs, but he might be cooked. We might be running with Högberg and Saville. Unless we want to have Saville in the AHL for the season. And that would be the reason to keep Francouz. Need to get this game and draft only players that wear the number 37 if that's possible. Of course it's possible. Anything's possible. Zach Bouthelier, we are going to drop down to the AHL for sure. So we also have Drew DeRitter. who is currently with the Palm Springs Bitch Pigeons, our AHL club. DeOrio as well is with the Pigeons, I believe. Let's make sure DeRitter's on the Pigeons. Yeah, he's there. Okay. So we do have that goaltending set up to worry about now. What do you guys think? What do we do with Francouz? We can shop him. I mean, again, it'd be about $1.6 million contract moved off the books. We get 2-star prospect and Peyton Mount. Boston would give us a 6th. I mean, we could move a goalie whose contract is a little bit too expensive now for a 6th rounder. Get Carson Dick, 2.5-star prospect, 22 years old, only 1 star though. Friends with Circuit. Carson Lindbaum, 2.5-star, 20-year-old goalie. Ooh, New Jersey. Looking to move a younger goalie in Carl Lindbaum. I think that deal has to be taken. Even if we like Francouz, I think we run Saville as our backup goalie. And we take that younger goalie in return. There's also Jesper Vikman, but he's not nearly as good. I think we have a hell of a deal here from New Jersey. Carl Lindbaum. Ivory, thank you for the random bits. Like, I get we could go with the memes, but this is the guy. He is too good to not take here. So, I mean, Francouz down to a 1.5 stars. It'd be a pretty big risk, but we could find a backup goalie anywhere. I'm going to take that deal. So, Carl Lindbaum, welcome to Seattle. We will also send... Actually, we're going to loan him out to Djurgården for the season. So, he'll be playing over in Sweden. And then that means we have Bouthelier, DeOrio, and DeRitter on the roster. So, it's confirmed. Marcus Högberg is going to be our guy. We started last year with Sidney Crosby, Carey Price. Sidney Crosby was playing in goal. That's right. I was thinking of overrated memes. That's right, I said it. I'm joking. Crosby isn't a meme. Ah, goodness. But yeah, Högberg and Carey Price were the tandem last year. Högberg's going to be here this time. And of course, Isaiah Saville. I hope this guy can be good. He kind of developed out of nowhere. He was a 5th-round draft pick of Vegas in 2019. Now he ends up here at Anchorage, Alaska. Defensively, number 1, of course, Terrell Bauer is going to be sent down, as is Luke Prokop, all 6'6" of them. So defensively, we have OEL, Cam Fowler, Nick Leddy, Dennis Cholowski, Kalen Addison, and Jamie Drysdale. Olli Levy is also on the team. Michael Mastrodomenico, only at a 1.5 stars, not quite ready for prime time. You could argue signing him to his ELC. We could sign him to his ELC. Can offer him a training camp tryout, but I just don't think he's ready. Jet Woo's not exactly ready. And the rest of these guys are all 1 star. Could option some of these guys off the reserve list if we wanted to. I'm trying to think when I'd want to use the reserve list or the training camp tryout. But I think defensively we're fine for the moment. You could argue moving a veteran to make room outright for Olli Levy, but none of these younger guys are exactly ready to go. The big question is, do we just sign some of these younger dudes to their contracts? There's really no reason not to, I suppose. We'll figure that out afterwards. It's technically... I mean, yeah, this would be the full 50 right here, so we might as well sign them. They count as being on the roster. So, Mastrodomenico, I apparently cannot sign him right now. Force mark? Alright, cool. I apparently can't sign any of these guys anyway. Cool. Whatever. We're fine then. We'll just leave them. Monster, take it easy, buddy. Catch you later. The AHL is good. So let me get to our forwards. Obviously, Liam Cox-Smith is going to be sent down to the Bitch Pigeons. Rybinski is going to be sent down to the bitch pigeons. Martin Chromiak, who, funny enough, was kind of relevant against Canada. We're going to send him down to the pigeons. Ridley Gregg is NHL ready. Tyler Benson is NHL ready. Beauvillier, Mikheyev, Ovechkin, Jenner, all NHL ready, of course. Nemesnikov's NHL ready. Ratu's NHL ready. Paul Ludwinski is NHL ready, but I can't sign him, as is Dominic Peter. So I didn't sign these guys to their ELCs before we hit this point, so that is what it is, but it's okay. Robert Mastrosimone is ready. Stud is ready. Thomas Bordeleau is NHL caliber. Luke McNamara as well, but of course I can't sign him. David Gustafson's NHL caliber. Jan Mizak is not, so we're going to send him down to the AHL. Guy Mac, of course, I didn't sign. Blake Murray, already in the AHL. Tanner Dickinson, send you down to the Pigeons, and we won't sign anybody else. Now on the right, of course, line A, Jack Quinn, Isaac Rosen, Atkinson, Gusev. Our rookie draft pick there, Alex Ciernik, was also NHL caliber. We'll leave him unsigned for the year, though. Simon Tyval is ready for the big show here. McLennan will be sent down. Ryan Francis will be sent down. Graham Clark won't be ready. And Sam Alfano is definitely not ready. We'll loan him to the Peterborough Petes for the season. So this is our situation with these forwards. Every single player in green is NHL caliber. Which means, obviously, we have to move some players off of the team. You know, at that point, you have to decide, okay, Ridley Gregg, he's 21. Is it worth playing him in the AHL for the season and letting him do, you know, incredibly well? Or do we just play him at the NHL level this season? That is the question. Yeah, do you just play him in the AHL? Do you trade the veterans so that they can play? Like, Tyler Benson's 25. Has some offensive capabilities. Not the best skater in the world. Richard Head is something else, man. He knows how to take over a chat like nobody else. Telling you. Telling you. All right. We're going to make that decision here. Problem for Ridley Gregg. I don't know if we move Beauvillier, Mikheyev, Ovechkin, or Jenner off of this team. He could at least be sent down to the minors. But Tyler Benson, at best, is a healthy scratch. If not, we move him off of the team. So I think we're going to send Ridley down to the bitch pigeons for the season, at least until we see if somebody else is better. Carlson, Rossi, Nemesnikov, Ratu. I mean, we already have our top four there. So Robert Mastrosimone, we're going to send you down to the AHL for the season. Thomas Bordeleau, send you down to the AHL for the season. David Gustafson is 23. Just enough to get sent down to the AHL for the year. And then on the right, we have Line Quinn, Rosen, Atkinson, Gusev, Simon Tyval will definitely be sent down to the AHL for the year. So that leaves Benson, Stud, and Gusev as possible healthy scratches, which means either Stud or Benson is gone, and it's very obvious it should be Benson. Although you could argue maybe trade Stud just because you could probably get more back for him. Gusev's a hell of a guy to potentially have as a healthy scratch. Let's shop Tyler Benson here first. Let's see what we could get. Rhett Pitlick, I think younger brother or cousin of Tyler, 2.5 star. Kalle Lopinen, gonna take you out. Matt Philippe's 25 at this point, it's definitely not. Benjamin Gleason, that's gonna be a no. Cam McLean, is the favorite right now. Adam Brooks. Cole Lind. 2-star, 2-star for Cole Lind. I'd rather take the risk on Cam McLean. I'll take out Cole Lind. Matt Highmore's out. Chandler Stevenson. Nick Henry. Ben McCartney. Jake McGrew. A defenseman in Ati Laikonen. Patrick Harper. Anthony Romano. So we got a forward and a defenseman there that we could decide between. And if we go back over to stud, what could we get for the former AHL Player of the Year? Evan Naus, 2-star. Yeah. Nick Nordgren's nothing special. Michael Matheson, who's apparently now 2.5-star, but he's 29 and still on that crazy contract. 4th round pick. Yeah. Cole Hawkins. Good old Cole Hawkins. I don't hate that. We could randomly get Zach Hyman for Jack Studnicka. That offer for Zach Hyman might be too good. Tyler Weiss. Probably rather go for Hawkins. Jeffrey Evian Luchon. Flip Granath. Alex Radulov. And Nikita Nestorenko. 2.5-star. 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 We get a 2.5-star prospect, or we go for Zach Hyman. Obviously more of a proven NHL commodity. Very well-rounded. Signed for 1 year at 3.7. As far as I know, we have the room for him. We absolutely do. We're going to take that deal. I like Jack. I just don't... He's not good enough to make the squad, and he's too good to send down to the AHL to waste that potential. It's just worth trading that potential now. And we'll do it for someone in Zach Hyman who's a little bit further ahead right now in the type of player that they are. So I like Jack a lot, but he's, you know, an offensive kind of player, and he's just not going to crack it on this lineup. So it pains me to trade him, but we are going to acquire Zach Hyman for Jack Studnicka. So now again, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So still, it's down to Hyman, Gusev, and Benson. And I shouldn't have deleted those emails with the Benson option. We're gonna have to sim to the next day and shop Benson again. Yeah, so Zach Hyman and Nikita Gusev, in theory, would be the depth options on this team. We play Vegas in the preseason. Let's see what we're dealing with here. And we win 3-2. The team that knocked us out of the playoffs. Not bad. So let's go ahead and shop Tyler Benson one more time. And this roster is set. I don't think we have to look at moving Lawsome Tossum here. Let's see, Hayden Verbeek, Colby Huggan, Dustin McFall, Ty Fellhaber, Matthew Strome, Judd Caulfield, Carl Plasek. Oh boy, I'm getting worse offers now. Could get Sean Walker as a depth defenseman. Zach Cassian, we really don't need a depth forward. Sasha Mutala, a 2.5-star, almost NHL caliber. Daniil Savunov, 2.5-star. Play any forward position. John Leonard, Lykanen's there again. Jordan DeMay, another star of that Newfie Growler series. Yona Luoto. Honestly, I like the idea of picking up Sean Walker. But boy, those stats aren't great. He is just average. Not really great at anything. I guess he'd be a good locker room guy more than anything. How much is he making? Fucking $3 million this season. Jesus. I think I'd rather have Olli Levy in that role. Which means we are looking Basically, Calgary's just trying to dump a shitload of salary onto us. I like the deal the most for this defenseman in Lankinen. We're going to take that. Let's do that deal with Tampa. So we move out Tyler Benson as well. Lankinen will be sent down to the AHL. And our team is set. So I don't know for sure how well we'll do. Right now, in the last preseason game, we ran Mikheyev, Carlson, Atkinson, Hyman, Rossi, Line, Ovechkin, Nemesnikov, Rosen, Jenner, Ratu, Beauvillier, OEL, Addison, Leddy, Drysdale, Cholowski, Fowler. It's not bad. I obviously don't like our coach scratching Jack Quinn, but we'll see what the long-term play is there from him. Let's go the next day. Take it day by day. I mean, AJ apparently. David Cotton for Vladislav Kara. Very minor deal there. I mean, Astro, I saw you put it out there on Twitter. So, you know. It's not the worst thing in the world to hope for. We lose 3-2 to Buffalo in this preseason game. Again, not the end of the world. Are we on 50 contracts, by the way? Go to the free agent list. We're on 48. There are some 3-star prospects out there that we could pick up. There's also one 2.5-star player in Oscar Sundqvist. If we needed somebody better. Honestly, we could pick up Sundqvist and just immediately shop him. Kind of cheese it like that a little bit if we wanted to. Mainly trying to decide if like former Vancouver Giant Justin Sordiff is worth signing. Do we have dudes who are lower than 2-star potential? Or lower than 3-star? We do have some 2-star potential players. But some of them were developing quite well. I don't really want to get dunked on by them. Also, shout out to Alpha Berry, who we also picked up in the last draft. I don't really want to move on from somebody too quickly. Alright, Henry Rybinski, at the very least. 2.5-star, you're what, 23 was it? 22, still. Let's just try to shop you. Open up a spot. Just sign one of those better dudes. Shea Weber. We could get 38-year-old Shea Weber, who still has a cap hit of nearly $8 million for the next 3 years. Fuck that. 4th-round pick from Toronto. As they progress, can their star potential grow? Yes. Yes, it can. Which is why I'm very hesitant to give up younger players. That 4th-round pick right now is the winner. Zach Gaudette. 4th-round pick right now is the winner, unless we get a crazy deal for somebody. Jesse Puljujarvi. Didn't really develop. Sam LaChance and okay. 4th rounder from Edmonton. Their outlook is a rebuild. Toronto's outlook is balance. Let's take that 4th rounder from Edmonton. We'll move out Henry Rybinski, and that'll free up a roster spot to go after some of those free agents. Do you have anybody else who's like a random 2-star dude that's currently signed? We don't. Who makes sense to move on from? I mean, Dennis Busby is 2.5-star. Let's see if we can also move on from defenseman Dennis Busby here. Even if it's just a draft pick that we get back. Someone to move on from. Only way we're taking a trade for a player is if they're 3-star. Significantly better. And not named Cody Eakin. Ben Brinkman? Only 2-star. Disappointing. Holy shit, that's a name. Zach Ewan, Josh Manson. Has no one really offered us a draft pick? That's incredibly disappointing. There we go. Tampa with the 4th rounder. Love to see it. Love to see it. Richard Head, he wanted to leave. He wasn't happy playing in the AHL and did not want to re-sign with us. So we let him go out into the cold, cruel world away from our motherly protection. Dennis Busby for a 4th. We can check to see where he went. He is still a free agent. I could try to get him back. I could try to get him back. Let's see. So again, anybody that's like 2.5 star right now is kind of in danger. Liam Cox Smith, you have a tremendous name, but we're going to try to shop you out as well. Again, Shea Weber, no thank you. 4th rounder from Toronto. We'll need to see someone here with a really good potential in order to not take the draft pick. And I don't think we're going to find it. Hey, Sammy Niku. What a time to see Sammy Niku. Alright, so Toronto, balanced. Edmonton, rebuild. Tampa, win now. Let's take the 4th rounder from Edmonton for Liam Cox Smith. And that'll bring us down to the free agent center. We now have 5 roster spots. Let's send an offer to Jack Finley, who immediately accepts. Send an offer out to Vasily Ponomarov. I probably butchered that, and I don't care. Sign him up. Evan Vierling, I think played for Flint. Sign him up. And we'll also go for, again, the former Vancouver Giant in Justin Sordiff. Okay, we don't need Shishyorkin at all. We don't need Oscar Sundqvist at all. No 2.5 star prospects. We'll leave that contract spot open right now. Is that the dude that just scored the other day? That's hilarious if it is. Oh shit, that is the guy, isn't it? Jack Finley, you go to the bitch pigeons. You go to the bitch pigeons. You go to the bitch pigeons, and you go to the bitch pigeons. So we have only improved our current standing. We still have some dudes who were 2 stars, but we drafted them, so I'm a little bit hesitant to get rid of them. But this team is still looking really good. Built like a small beer fridge. I mean, there's some 2.5 star prospects, but we didn't draft them, so I'm not as worried about getting them. Like I said, having 1 roster spot open as well helps a lot. Although Antonio Stranges being available is interesting. He's 1.5 star. There's also Villeneuve, Matthew, and Vomachka. Signing the former London Knight might not be the worst idea, actually. Let's sign 1 Antonio Stranges to the roster as well. And we'll send him down to the bitch pigeons as well. So we got a lot of forwards in the AHL here. Yeah, Sam Alfano's up to 3.5 star. So I will take the risk and not get rid of anybody that we drafted. Let's keep moving forward here. I mean, Warrior, every season we've been in contention for the playoffs. We've made it in our first 2 years. So we're just playing it by ear. Now, if it looks like we have a decent shot at making it, we'll go for it. Morgan Riley gets hurt again. Jesus. Andrew Savoy's looking good for Florida. Colby Huggan traded for Justin Schultz. You know, if it looks like we have a shot at making it, then fuck it, we're going to go for it. Warrior, we did sell last season, but we still made the playoffs. And nearly won in the first round against Vegas. It took them 7 games to beat us, even though we lost William Karlsson to injury. So. Praise again for Savoy in camp. Well, I'm glad to know he's doing well. Thank you for rubbing it in our face that we didn't get him. Big losses there. Oh good, Blake Murray improved. I love Blake Murray. Alright, our September scouting update. Dylan Duke still identified as the highest rated prospect in terms of current ability. We're also going to scout this dude named Herman Swanson. So Dylan Duke is going to be going to Michigan. Really good stamina, good determination and professionalism. Good passing and puck handling. Doesn't have the best temperament in the world, but he is 17. And again, he is a 5-time gold medalist with the U.S. for the under 17 and 18s. So he already has quite a winning pedigree. Which means there's no goddamn way we're going to get him. He's going to be drafted way too high. Although in the last draft, the AI went crazy with off-the-board picks. It was fantastic. Instead of an EA NHL where it's just, oh, okay, well, this guy's the highest, so there we go. And then he goes, and then he goes. Frank, take it easy, buddy. Enjoy the dinner. I'm sure it's the emu that you actually managed to get. Alex Ovechkin improves at center. That would be very weird. Central Scouting. Alright, so Central Scouting list. We have our preseason Central Scouting rankings. And right now, the highest rated dude in terms of potential is a goaltender, Maxim Lunacharsky. 6'4" Russian goalie, Maxim Lunacharsky. Already has really good determination and professionalism. Interesting. But there's no, like, elite superstar here. Like, again, Duke is solid. Braden Dubé, Alexander Zaitsev, Aaron Kiviharu, and Johan Lundgren are at the top of this draft here. In terms of the ratings, and again, you have Dylan Duke and also Cole Iserman at the top of this draft in terms of pure ability. Interesting. So it's not going to be the deepest draft in the world. Problem right now, we have no idea where the hell we're going to be selecting. It's the preseason. We don't know if we're going to be blowing this team up if we suck. Lord knows if we blow this team up, we have everybody from Alex Ovechkin to Oliver Ekman-Larsson. Toronto has re-signed Austin Matthews. An extension of 4 years, and he technically took a pay cut, for God's sakes. He's at 10.6 for a cap hit. But Austin Matthews is staying in Toronto. Damn. And his career stats at this point, he has 518 games played, 321 goals, 620 points. Goddamn. So there we go. We are just about ready for the beginning of this season. Opening night is on October 6th. And we are going to have players that need to clear waivers, including Jet Wu and David Gustafson. There's nothing I can do about it. If we lose them, so be it. I could shop Jet Wu and see if there's an offer that's absolutely worth taking. But, yeah, we'll have to figure it out. Yeah, really quickly, let's shop Jet Wu. Just that we don't potentially lose him on waivers, but a lot of teams, obviously, are going to have players that they might lose on waivers. Gustafson might be worth dropping. We could get Shea Weber. Gustafson might be worth dropping solely for opening up a waiver claim spot. AJ, that's insane. Achilles, the last draft went pretty well. I can recap you in a second. Shea Weber, again, an $8 million cap hit for 3 more seasons. He's 38. You could argue that he would retire well before that. He's still pretty good. And technically, we have the roster space to take on Shea Weber. It would just likely facilitate... We have $9 million in cap space. It would likely facilitate a move that sends out Olli Levy, but the problem is it might push Drysdale or Addison into depth territory, and that's just something we can't do. We wouldn't be able to control it over our coach, so definitely not going to take Shea Weber. We're not going to take Nikita Nestorov. We're not going to take Jackson Hughes. Let's see. We are not... Well, this dude. Yeah, 2 stars. Nah. If I'm trading Wu, it's for a draft pick. That is the only way. We need to see if there's a high enough draft pick that would make it worth just moving him now instead of potentially losing him for nothing on waivers. 3rd round pick from Buffalo. So yeah, we have that decision to make. Would we want a 3rd rounder from Buffalo or the New York Islanders? Or do we risk losing Wu on waivers for nothing? That is the question. Could also pick up Riker Evans, a 3-star defensive prospect. Connor Timmins, Felix Gagnon, Logan Brown, Nico Hutanen, Jack Perbix, not quite there. Henrik Borgstrom, go figure. Caleb Jones, Yusuf Alamaki, Jordan Greenway. Greenway would be a pretty good addition to the team, but we don't really need him. And Carl Grunstrom. So chat, Jet Wu has to go through waivers to play in the AHL. I'd say it's probably worth just trading him instead of risking him for nothing. The big question is, do we go for someone like Riker Evans, who's 3-star, who wouldn't have to go through waivers, or do we just take a 3rd rounder, knowing that we might be able to get someone a little bit better than Riker Evans, either in the draft or via trade? Buffalo listed as being in a rebuild. Sammy's not surprised. The Islanders listed as a rebuild, and Edmonton, of course, listed as a rebuild. We have most of Edmonton's picks. Buffalo have a weakness in goal and on defense. The Islanders have a weakness fucking everywhere except at center. So the Islanders would be the team to take this pick from. What do you guys think? Take the prospect, take the pick, or risk losing Jet Wu to waivers? Honestly, I think taking the 3rd rounder from the Islanders makes sense because other teams will have to place their players on waivers, and we might be able to claim someone even better than Jet Wu via waivers and have a 3rd round pick as well. I think we probably drop Jet Wu here. I don't think he's ever going to make our roster. 1.5 star, 3-star potential. He's 23. It's pretty good in the AHL last year for us, but I think we're going to take this deal. Jet, I love you, but you're out of here. We're going to play it safe and open up a roster spot with that 3rd rounder. And then David Gustafsson was the other player we are in danger of losing. We'll see what we can get for him. Jack Gorniak is a no. Pius Suter's definitely a no. Tristan Waugh, no. Artyom Grushnikov. Interesting. Noah Meyer, also interesting. Grushnikov's younger. 4th rounder from Edmonton, I'd probably rather go for that. Nils Amon, Viel Bouchon, 4th rounder from Ottawa. Okay, so it's either going to be the 4th rounder from the Sens, they're listed as balanced, or Edmonton, who we know are in a rebuild. We'll take that 4th rounder from Edmonton. So we pick up a 3rd and a 4th for David Gustafsson and Jet Wu. I don't hate that. It opens up a couple of roster spots as well for the club heading into the waiver wire. So, and hello to the lovely person behind the development account. It was good to see you. Getting ready for our 3rd season here. This roster's set. Always lurking. That's true. That's true. Always lurking. Always hiding in the shadows. All right. I think we're good to go here. So let's sim the next day, see what kind of waiver claims are out there. And again, losing Jet Wu and Gustafsson's not too crazy. Oh, Phil Kessel, 81-62. I can't wait. I can't wait. Can't imagine what it is. Can't imagine what it is. Oh, and it's Astral dropping the gifted. You love to see it. All right, so waiver claim is out there. Josh Brook, Gianni Fairbrother. The Bruins put Brandon Carlo on waivers. Hello. Matt Grzelcyk also on waivers. Jared McIsaac, Michael Rasmussen, Jace Howerlook, Rasmus Kapari, P.O. Joseph. Well, Kessel, thank you. Sergei Bobrovsky, who the Canucks just acquired via trade. Johan Larsson, Alex Killorn, J.G. Pajot, Nikita Hotyuk, Nolan Foote, Brett Leeson, Eric Robinson, Ivan Prosvetov, Grigory Denisenko, Tyler Myers, Caden Primo, all on waivers, and Tyson Jost has been traded to Washington from Colorado for a third. Should you drop a code? I don't know. Should you? Could you? Would you? Is the question. I mean, there are some fine people in this chat, and then there's also someone like who do I want to throw under the bus right now? Oh goodness. Let's throw good old Richard Head 93 under the bus. Oh goodness. Well, chat. We have 2 4-star potential prospects from the waiver wire here. With 2 roster spots. So you guys flip out over the chance of the free code. Which again, by the way, a lovely reminder, if you don't get the free code, you can go to my pinned tweet on Twitter and get all the information that you need about getting a lovely discount code for this very game right here, Franchise Hockey Manager 7. God. Might be coming down with something. Oh boy, first come, first serve. Let me know who gets it. Let me know who gets it. So you got Bobrovsky and Larson out there. And then again, the big boy prospects. Nikita Hotyuk could be a heck of a pickup. Jakub Skarek wouldn't be that bad either. I think we got to go for a Hotyuk. Adam's dropping another, huh? Under the pin, you say? Indeed. It took 2 seconds and someone got it. Someone was ready, man. It's probably going to be another Steam code. You better be ready. You better be ready. There's the second. Speaking of which, Adam, before you give away more of those, we got to find out if we can do any giveaway. We didn't do giveaways this year, did we?
The man was a fanboy.
Wow, people are quick. We didn't do giveaways this year so far for codes on Twitter, did we? Chris, thank you for the 18. The 18 months, Chris. Good morning to you. How are you? I hope you are well. We have not. Yeah, see, I didn't think so. We could do something. That'd be tremendous. Lord knows, we got the Twitter, we got the Instagram, we got the YouTube, we got outreach. So there are some players here, obviously, that I like, but it's tough to say that Hotyuk isn't the guy. Definitely more of a defenseman, good balance, good hitting, good stick checking. Definitely more of a defenseman. He's not in it for the money, guys. He's not in it for the money. Just remember that. Yeah, I mean, he's the first guy we got to go for. Let's claim. And we'll see if that goes through. And if I'm not mistaken, that'll bring us up to... No, okay, it's still 48, so I can still put in the claim for other people. Chris, we have taken the expansion Seattle Kraken. We're in our 3rd season, getting ready for the beginning of our 3rd season. Trying to win a cup, of course. We don't really need Skarek either, but we might as well put in a waiver claim for him as well. And then we want to look at the 3.5 stars. We do have someone like Brandon Carlo, who's 2.5. But, wow, man, Carlo's a really good defenseman. Really good checking. The hitting's not quite up there, but the checking. Good positioning, good stick checking, good defensive read, pretty good skating. Carlo's the guy to take if we want somebody who's good right now. Or Johan Larsson, who was a pretty big disappointment on the team. Theo Joseph's 24. He is NHL caliber, but I don't like him. You know, in terms of like his developmental ability. Caden Primo, we don't really need. It's kind of a tough call. This is a tough call for who to go for here. I'm intrigued to see. Let me know, by the way, who gets those codes. Let's see. Jared McIsaac's 23. Fairbrothers 23. See, I don't want to put in claims for anybody else, though, because if I get Skarek and a Hotjuk, you know, we're golden. I wouldn't want to accidentally screw myself out of one of those claims, because I'm not sure if it's, you know, oh, well, it just goes off of the first two guys you claimed. Yeah! Coach Carson. Dropping the raid. You'll love to see it. Coach, how are you? How'd the stream go? Very, very much appreciate it. If you guys haven't dropped Coach a follow, please do. Carlo would be a very good pickup. And if we look at the other 2.5-star talents here, I mean, there is Tyler Myers, who I know what Canucks fans are going to say. I mean, I'd rather have Carlo. Myers is more well-rounded because of the offense, but yeah. Eric Robinson is a grinder, for sure. Like, just a grinder. Get him to the front of the net. That's all you want out of him. Yeah, he's a 20-rated grinder. You got Mike Hoffman. Still as offensive as ever. Pajot, still a grinder. Killorn, pretty well-rounded. Linus Ullmark, Philip Grubauer. Adam, take it easy, buddy. Thank you for giving away the codes. Of course, I appreciate that tremendously. And again, guys, the pinned tweet on Twitter. If you haven't checked out this game yet. We put in the claim for Hotjuk and Skarek. I'm tempted to go for Nolan Foote as well. There, brother, McIsaac. Could put in the claim for Nolan Foote. Play him in the AHL this year. And then if on the waiver wire in terms of the order. Alright, that would actually be our contract limit. We can't claim anymore. So we've put in a claim for Nikita Hotjuk and Jakub Skarek. And we'll see if we end up with either one of those two, which would be a pretty big boost. You could argue maybe going for someone like Brandon Carlo. Would have been pretty good. Using the code right now. Nice, big. Very nice. I think you're going to like it. They made some pretty damn good changes since 4. Again, 4 is where we hopped on. So they have made some pretty good changes. Skarek was claimed by Seattle. Yes, we got both of them. Let's go. Why did nobody claim Nikita Hotjuk? We just got a 4-star potential defender. And a 4-star potential goalie. Both are a little bit older, but that is huge. Now, the obvious problem is, can we get them back down through waivers? Or we do the cheesy thing and immediately shop them. Because I mean, nobody else claimed them. Let's see what we could get for Skarek here. We might as well. Otherwise, we'll risk putting him back through waivers. So Montreal's offering Ryan Winterton, 3-star prospect, and a 6th. Toronto with Rodion Amarov. Ooh. Rodion Amarov, huh? 3.5 stars. The Bruins offering Trevor Kuntar, who was a draft pick this year. Detroit with Barclay Goodrow, Jack Rathbone, Jordan Spence. Kai, that's, ooh, 3.5 star. Hello. So we get 2 3.5-star options, Rodion Amarov and Kai. That's a hell of a name. And Kai is much younger. Also not as good. Scott Perunovich, former Hobie Baker winner. First round pick from Buffalo. I think we have to take this guaranteed first over trying to put Skarek through waivers. First round pick from Buffalo or the New York Islanders. Or Ilya Samsonov, for God's sakes. 3-star goalie. I think I trust who we have. Edmonton also offering a first. I think we have to take that first rounder. John Farinacci, who's honestly not that bad. Even if the first round could be rough this year. I mean, you can't turn down a first when we don't know for sure if these guys would clear waivers. I mean, we were able to claim them, so I have a feeling somebody else would. Edmonton, of course, rebuilding. It's that Islanders pick that I want. Their weakness is everything. I have no choice. We are going to take Jakub Skarek. This Islanders team on paper looks miserable. They do have Barkov and Barzell, but apparently they are just kind of giving up on the situation here. They have Malcolm Subban and Hrenak in goal. The defense is very rough. Their best defender's a 2-star and Noah Dobson. Yeah, I think we have to take that deal from the Islanders. What does Edmonton look like? Yeah, I'm not banking on a team with Draisaitl and McDavid to be terrible. And then Buffalo has Eichel, Hall, Jared McCann, Dahlin. Let's take that first rounder from the Islanders. Kind of cheesing the system there, but we are going to take that that first and send Jakub Skarek right back to the Islanders, who they tried to put him through waivers. Imagine they try to put him through waivers again, and I just keep claiming him. Oh, we might cheese the hell out of this. We are taking that first rounder from the New York Islanders so that they can get Jakub Skarek back. That is fantastic. Also, Nikita Zadorov is on waivers. What do your ratings look like? He can hit. He can stick check. And he's got great determination. Not that I want to get rid of Nikita Hatyuk here. He's not quite NHL level. What do you guys think with the Hatyuk here? He could be our depth defenseman this season, or we could shop him. It's either we get rid of him or we get rid of Olli Juolevi. I think I might shop both. One of the two has to go. Let's see what we could get for Hatyuk first. What are the crazy offers going to be here? So those were the Skarek deals. So Olivier Boutin, 3-star prospect. Timothy Liljegren, fuck that. Brandon Carlo. Of course, he'd have to, we just have to move somebody else anyway, so that's going to be a no. Wyatt Kaiser, 3 stars. Henry Thrun, no. Jack Rathbone, Jordan Spence. Like, every team is in on him. Zayd Wisdom. P.O. Joseph. It looks like we might be getting rid of, Juolevi here. Because I am not liking these offers that we're getting for Hatyuk. I'd rather risk him trying to develop. Jarkera, Alex Alexiev, Double L Leighton Moore. 3.5-star Leighton Moore compared to 4-star at Hatyuk, and we could probably guarantee more through waivers. Jean-Luc Foudy, 25-year-old Jake Bean, Alex Galchenyuk, Nika Hutanen, Sam Colangelo, Riley Stillman, Ellie Tolvanen, 19-year-old 3.5-star forward Owen Beck. So Owen Beck is the guy to go for. If we take any deal, it's for Owen Beck. Let me delete that, and delete that. So Nikita Hatyuk for Owen Beck, or we move Olli Juolevi rather than potentially losing him on waivers. For Hayden Verbeek. Kalle Lopanen. Oh boy. As expected, these offers are not nearly as tempting. Oh boy. Most of these offers are brutal here. Oh, in the interest of keeping that really good prospect on the team. Hey, look, it's Mitch Miller. Is that the Mitch Miller? Can I lower you to be a horrible overall? Also, shout out to Colorado. I don't know if that's is that the Mitch Miller? I thought that Mitch Miller was a forward, but maybe I was wrong. 6th round pick for Olli Levy. Shows how much I bothered to learn about that douche. All right, chat, here it is. Olli Levy for a 6th. Julevi is a 2-star defenseman, 2.5-star potential, or we get 3.5-star forward Owen Beck for Nikita Okhotyuk. I think we just move Olli Levy and have Okhotyuk be our depth defenseman this year because we can't send him down through waivers. He wouldn't clear. So I think we move Olli Levy. I think that's the play. Also opens up a roster spot. Olli Levy, I love you, but you're out of here. Nikita Okhotyuk stays and makes this roster because, damn, we can't really afford to give something like that away. Rip, what's going on, buddy? So let's keep going here. Opening night, October 6th. You love Olli. I do. We got some number changes. We'll give OEL is 23, Mikheyev 65, Hogberg 1, and Okhotyuk 28. And then we got to look at the leadership core for this season. And it's very clear that Alex Ovechkin is going to be the captain of this team. I'm sorry to Boone Jenner Chevrolet, but Alex Ovechkin is the new captain of this team. And I think OEL and Atkinson can still stay with the letters. Between Atkinson and Boone Jenner Chevrolet for the other letters, Jenner has him beat in terms of bravery. Atkinson has a beat. So right now it's a +1 for Jenner, +2 for Jenner. Big temperament. And you know what? Yeah, Cam, I love you, but you're out of here. And we're going to give Boone Jenner Chevrolet the A. So Alex Ovechkin is the new captain of the Seattle Kraken. Oliver Ekman-Larsson and Boone Jenner Chevrolet on the assists, or with the alternates. So this is our team in terms of the star ratings for this year, which, yeah, I mean, we should at least be a playoff team again. We have a lot of younger guys. Obviously at the bottom you have Ratu, Addison, Drysdale, Okhotyuk is the healthy scratch. I'm digging this. I'm digging this team. I think we're in a very good spot.